And we're back, and I'm having a rather slow, dull conversation with Michelle Ferreri as I'm learning so much, and I know you are too. So we were just talking about, the Canadian culture, how it has changed. I live in a hamlet that you know, and people read and look at the news. They look at my show and they go, how did they come to this? It's not like it in the city of Toronto or in downtown Peterborough, which they know and they don't like at all what's going on. But what's going on in these urban centers? Now you're talking about a culture change, not for the better.
No.
And how to make it better.
Yeah.
And part of it is, as you well know, and I know, political decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Politicians make a difference.
They do.
So are you suggesting, well, if you're a conservative, I'm not going to put you on the spot and ask you if you're running a game, but I mean, are you saying that we need a wholesale change in government in Canada?
So I think there's a couple of things, and I could put this back on you. As somebody who, of your young age, who's done journalism for as long as you did, there is a very, very big elephant in the room of what journalism has become. And the erosion of people who tell you a whole story versus activism and actively putting their opinion as fact. That's a huge issue. Huge. And I would see it at the doors. I would knock on the door in the middle of the day during the 2025 election. And they open the door. Pierre Poilievre's a bad guy. I said, well, why? Oh, he's bad. He's like Trump. Okay, can you show me some policy around why you think that, ma'am? No, I said, so you don't like his personality? Well, yeah, I just don't like what he looks like. Okay, so just so we're clear, you're going to vote in the party that you just finished telling me things are really hard and you're a senior and you're on a fixed income and you can't afford food and you can't afford this rent and you don't know what's going to happen, but you're going to vote for the party that put you in this position? Well, yeah, because Pierre's bad.
No, and that's how most people in Canada did not like Trudeau, even at the end, or mostly at the end, and the Liberal Party re-imaged itself with Carney there, which I found to be unbelievable because the Liberal Party of old is no longer there. I never went to journalism school. I went to law school. And
even better.
Well, I know right and wrong. And
even
I know
better.
what the law is. But my point to you, though, as a practicing politician, I no longer practice politics. I just practice TV. How are Canadians going to change this? Do we all need to
I actually think you right now, among many of the content creators in this country, Charlie Kirk had more influence than J.D. Vance, than most people. And he was not an elected official, nor was he a MSM, mainstream media. And so do not underestimate the power of the people. If I was to leave one message, Stephen, one thing that people have to hear, they are in control, not the politician. Once you realize that, it changes everything. They have to get your vote.
But in Canada, I would put to you, Michelle, they are only in control at election time. And then the politicians go ahead and do what they want.
But if
the elected ones.
But if the media is shadow banning, and this is where we're going to go when we talk about AI, if the media is censoring, shadow banning, controlling what you see and consume,
right,
that is election interference. And that is why it is critical for you as an independent broadcaster, as somebody who is not subsidized by the government, who has a free thinking voice, why people like Charlie Kirk are so important to invite both sides to the table. And that is going to change how we vote.
But listen, how Canadians, Cabinet Minister in Manitoba, religion and politics professor at University of Toronto, other professors across the country, Scarborough teacher, showing them where you say, he's a bad guy. He's a bad guy. And some of the things that were said, even Stephen King, the writer, put out something saying, well, he advocated this.
I saw that.
I'm not kissing on this. And it's absolutely not true.
He retracted that after Ted Cruz called him out.
But I mean, the amount of nonsense, I have a better name for it, but you can't say it on TV. The amount of nonsense that is put out there is unbelievable.
You know, Arnold Schwarzenegger just did a talk, and he said it really well. He said, do not let those loud voices, and I will tell you this, I've experienced this firsthand, do not be fooled that those loud, crazy people, the radicals, are the majority. They are not. Good people exist in the middle, and most people look at that and go, who says it's great somebody got assassinated? If I was to take a room of 100 people, how many people do you think say that?
Not normal Canadians.
Not A normal human doesn't say that.
You're absolutely right. Right back after this, more Michelle Ferreri.